Hey everybody, listen. Uh this is a live stream. Man, what is with this shirt? What the hell did I wear this shirt for? I look too Christmassy. I look like Santa right now. Anyway, uh so remember I was in my live stream yesterday. Let me just mention a couple things before I tell you what this video is about. In my live stream, I mentioned that there's a possibility some type of predictive programming could happen, but didn't have to happen. But I said that it's a possibility, okay, because it has something to do with Elvis's backwards birth date, which I always tell you, you know, connects with the twin because Elvis was an identical twin. So if the forward and the backward, it would make a twin also. Do you get it? Anyway, so the only thing that happened so far, because the day's not over here in America, but the only thing that happened so far, besides the storm that was called Elliot, which I explained what that's all about in the live stream before. So make sure you go and watch that. It's an important live stream. You must watch it. Now, also during that live stream, oh, and by the way, I'll show the little thing that happened, which is nothing. Okay, it was just just a small little thing there. Uh, but before I show you that, understand this: that I told you guys that I took down a video from 2 days ago, which was a really good video, but I made uh, like two or three mistakes in that video. Two of them I corrected during the video. I was able to correct it and show it to you again, but there was one that I couldn't correct. That's why I had to take the video down. It wasn't that big of a deal. It didn't even change anything in the video, but I do not like making mistakes like that, okay? Anyway, so I'm going to redo that video right now. This is all the cards right here. So I'm going to redo that video. I kind of rewrote my mistakes and so um, uh, let me get started. Oh, hold on one second, folks. Just give me 1 second. Hold on. I don't want you seeing my fat belly. Man, the shirt makes me look huge. No more red shirts for me, man. Anyway, where am I? Okay. I'm setting it up, folks. Hold on. Give me a moment. Oh, and by the way, if you're new to the channel, understand that you are not going to fully grasp what you're watching here unless you watched a bunch of my videos, okay? And then you'll understand what this is all about, okay? Because I have two predictions, okay? Like I said, before I show you all that information again, just remember I told you I have two predictions. That on June 11th, there's going to be a spectacular event in Seattle. And June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And that spectacular event is going to have something to do with Elvis and eventually be part of the image of the beast, okay? Elvis connects to this spectacular event somehow in Seattle on June 11th. And then the other prediction is Trump gets his head wound on August 4th, which is the 216th day of the year. It's the same numbers, 216, 16, 2, okay? Now, and the reason I'm showing that is because, see, Elvis had an identical twin. Elvis had an identical twin. They were both born on 1/8. Jesse was his identical twin that supposedly died at birth. 1/8 and 1/8, because there were two of them born on that day. It's 216. August 4th is the 216th day of the year, the day Trump gets his head wound. If you say the date backwards like they do in the UK, it's 8181 and would make 16-2. The 162nd day of the year is June 11th. That's the spectacular event in Seattle. And notice that it's kind of the backwards. Do you get it? Because you're doing the dates backwards, 8181. So it would be like the backward twin in a way, okay? Anyway, it's about the 216, 16, 2. And then is it just a coincidence that the words identical twins equals 162 forwards, 216 backwards? Just look at what's going on in here. You know, everything's about the twin, the forward, the backward. Okay. And you know, I always tell you about the letter O being a crown, because that's what that's what these twins are searching for, is the crown. The letter O on top of January 8th is when the twins were born. It equals 162, 216 backwards. And it's the only date. There's only one other date, which is April 11th, that does this. And I explained why that's important in the last video also, or one of the videos recently. But you put a crown on January 8th, it equals 162 forwards, 216 backwards. Okay? That's the day the identical twins were born. Now, give me a moment. All right, let me just see what you guys are saying before I explain. Oh, you guys are not saying nothing. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is, like I said, now I'm going to go through all the cards from that video that I took down. Okay. And I'm just going to shoot through it. Okay. So, and then we'll discuss whatever the heck. Oh yeah, you know what? That comment that you're talking about right now, mention it later in the video after I'm done, and I'll discuss it with you. Okay, about the Kurt Russell thing. Okay, and like I said, let me just finish these cards, and then we'll start talking about stuff. All right, so let's get started. So I told you guys that the word twin, okay, hold on. The word twin equals 66, okay? And from Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, when the identical twins were born, to 9/11, the day the Twin Towers, came down, is 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. So you have the twin connection and the Twin Towers collapse. 66 for twins, 66 years from Elvis's birthday, the exact day to 9/11. 8 months, 4 days, 8/4, okay? And that's the day I'm telling you Trump gets his head wound, 8/4, right? And you have the 66 connecting to the twin. All right. Now, like I said, I'm not going to show every single thing I've shown in the other videos, but just this particular. So if you add all the numbers between 1 through 11, like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 all the way to 11, it equals 66. If you add all the numbers between 1 through 6, is 21, and 66 plus 21 equals 87. The word twin equals 66, 21, 87 in gematria. Okay? So you have the 611 connection to the word twin. Okay, that's the day the spectacular event in Seattle happens. All right. Now, I told you the Twin Towers came down, right? The word towers equals 100 forward, 62 backwards. The total is 162. If you put a crown on twins, because I told you that's what Elvis is getting, this crown. He's trying to get that crown on the twins. It equals 162. It equals the exact same. O twins equals the exact same as towers, and it equals 162. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, And on leap year, it's 163. So you have the 162, 163 connection right there. 162, 163. Okay, now let's move on. So Elvis in gematria equals 67. Jesse, his twin, who died, spelled like this on his gravestone, it equals 67. 67, 67. The identical twins were born on the same day, obviously. 67, 67. From Elvis's birthday, the day the identical twins were born, to 9/11, when the collapse, not to the exact day, but the same in the same year, is 247 days, and that equation equals 67.67%, and it's the Twin Towers. Do you understand? 67, 67, 67, 67, and they brought down the Twin Towers. Now, what is the chance of this? All these connections I'm showing you. Okay, wake the hell up, man. Okay. The identical twins were born 1/8/1935. Elvis equals 67. Jesse equals 67. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. If you put the words 67 into the gematria calculator, it is the first number that equals 162. So if you were to put like the word 1, 2, or 3, any words, that's a number, like, you know what I mean? If you were to put the number into the gematria calculator, you would not get 162 as the amount until you reach the number 67. 162 is June 11th, the day the Seattle spectacular event connecting to Elvis happens. Now, let's just play with the numbers a little bit here. So Elvis equals 67, Jesse equals 67. If you were to separate it, 6 plus 7 equals 13, 6 plus 7 equals 13, it looks like the letters EL, but with a small l. EL means God in Hebrew, and the word God equals 26 in gematria. Okay, so that's just a little bit of playing around with the numbers there. All right. And the sixth prime number equals 13. Okay. And because because the word twin equals 66, right? So if you separate the sixes, the sixth prime number equals 13. And there's your EL again, what I was just showing you with the 6 plus 7 connection. And the 11th prime number is 31, which is 62. If you did, 11, 11. I'm just showing you what it equals. 26 equals God. Backwards, it's 6, 2, you see? It's the same thing. And the Queen, she was born in 1926. The Space Needle opened in 1962. Okay, and the reason I'm bringing that up, because the Space Needle opened on the Queen's birthday, 4/21. That's why. Anyway, so that was that. I got a little confused there. I think I should have put this ahead of that one, but I don't know. It doesn't matter anyway. So the sixth prime number equals 13. The 11th equals 31. There's your 611 connection. And if you were to add the 6 to the 13, 13 plus 6 is 19, then 31 plus 7 plus 11 equals 42. The 11th equals 31, right? If you add them together, it's 42. And from Elvis's birthday to June 11th, it's either 154 days if you don't add that day, or 155. So the 154 days is 42.19%. So there's your 4219. And Joe Biden, he's born in 1942. Okay, and the Antichrist equals 154. That's why I was showing that. And Washington is the 42nd state where Seattle is, and Seattle's in King County. Elvis was known as the King, and Elvis dies at the age of 42. The initials for Seattle, Washington equals 19 and 23, which equals 42. Okay, again with the 42 connection. And again, let's play with the numbers. Elvis equals 67, Jesse equals 67, 6 times 7 equals 42. the other one I showed you 6 plus 7. So this is 6 times 7 equals 42. 6 times 7 equals 42. And I just showed you Washington is the 42nd state. Seattle, Elvis died at the age of 42. And if you add that up, 42, 42 equals 84, because, there was two of them, right? Elvis and Jesse. 6 times 7, 84. And that's the day Trump gets his head wound. Hold on one second. The light went off. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, and the 19 sickness. Okay, the 19 is a crown number. Okay, and the corona means crown in Spanish. So it's basically like a crown number, and that's the reason it's a crown number, is because the 19th prime number equals 67. There's that 67 again. And I forgot to write this. Hold on. Let me write this on another card. Let me see what you guys are saying real quick. Okay. Here's another reason why the 19 is important. Because in prime numbers, the first prime number is 2. The ninth prime number is 23. 2, 20, 23 is next year. Okay? You understand? 1, 9. 1 is 2. 9 is 23. So it's 2023. Do you get it? And that's why the 19th prime number being 67, which connects to Elvis and Jesse and everything else I showed, is very important. And that's why they named it the Corona 19. Okay? It's the crown number. And you know what's crazy? Just real quick, let me tell you how important that is real quick. Because there was a show that came out. Let me see when this came out, this show. When was the show Station 19 released? I don't know if you can see this. It says March 22nd, 2018. 322. Can you believe that? But that's a Skull and Bones number. But listen, that's not why I was showing to you. Because that 19 name, that is a fire station in Seattle, they're saying. The show is all about Seattle, the Station 19. Okay? And the word station, let me just real quick show you. I think there's some connection now. I can't remember what it was, but let me look it up. It'll come back to me. Right now, whatever, just this last part right here, I'm doing on the fly. I wasn't going to show this. It just came to my head. Yeah, oops. I misspelled it. Oh, that's what it equals. Station equals the same as Lazarus. That's what it equals. Because I told you that that Lazarus is the backwards of the word phoenix. And you know what Lazarus, right? Lazarus, Jesus rose Lazarus from the dead. And the word phoenix is the exact same numbers, but backwards, all the numbers. But it's the exact same numbers as phoenix, which I've shown in the past. Now, that's what station equals. So station 19, basically it's saying Lazarus 19 or Phoenix 19, because Phoenix is the backwards numbers, same numbers. All right. So the Station 19 is based in Seattle, that show. That's the whole show is about Seattle. And The one time I did a whole video on it, the one time I read a title, because I was recording it every time, that show. Okay? And they never had an Elvis reference, okay, on that show. And then one day I saw a title on the, you know, what was coming up for that show for that week. It said something to do about a phoenix, and I said, oh, that's it. Elvis is going to show up during that phoenix episode, and wouldn't you know it, Elvis showed up. If you've watched my video on that Station 19, you'll see how they snuck Elvis into that show. Okay, and if people want to know how they snuck it in, I'll explain it later. Okay, but I want to keep going now with this. All right, hold on. The light on the went off again. Hold on. Give me a second, folks. Anyway, so we were talking about the C-19, right? The corona means crown. The first time that the sickness came to America, it came to Seattle. The very first time, and I was the first one to show that to all the, you know, community, the truth community. The first time the sickness came to America was in Seattle. The first death was in King County, because Seattle's in King County, and it happened in somewhere in King County. And Elvis is known as the King. Okay, and the first clinical trials for the injection was some woman from Seattle. Okay, you see how everything is connected to that? Oh, and by the way, let me stop it again. Also, Tom Hanks, he was the first famous person to get the sickness. Out of all the famous people, Tom Hanks was the first famous person to get the sickness. And by the way, Tom Hanks, what was Tom Hanks doing at the time when he got the sickness? He was in Australia filming the Elvis movie. So they stopped production of that when he got sick. So think about it. Again, Elvis connecting to the 19 sickness, you see? And then of course the Elvis movie came out, right? And I talked about that and all the connections to it. Okay? And let's move on. Okay. So remember, Elvis and Jesse, Elvis equals 67, Jesse equals 67, right? From the date 6-7 to the day the twins were born, Elvis and Jesse 1-8. So from 6-7 to 1-8 is 216 days. And you know why that's important? Because the 216th day of the year is August 4th. And that's the day Trump's going to get his head wound, on August 4th. And it's also the same numbers as June 11th, 162nd day of the year. This is 216. June 11th is 16-2. And Elvis Aaron Presley in gematria equals 216. You see? And yes, 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. Yes, I've shown that also. So anyway, from 6-7, because the 67 connection, right, to the day the twins were born is 216 days. Okay? Now, from Elvis's death date, from June 11th, the day I'm telling you the spectacular event's going to happen, is 66 or 67 days. And the word twin equals 6. So this is the day June 11th is the Seattle event, and this is Elvis's death day. The word twin equals 66, and Elvis and Jesse equals 67. So even there's a connection right there to Elvis' death date and Seattle day. Okay. Hold on one second. And you remember I told you that the word, Elvis has the EL in his name, okay? El means God in Hebrew, like I said. And the date 3/7 looks like the letters EL, right? 3 and 7, which I've been talking to you about. If you went from the first of the year to 3/7, it equals 66. I'm sorry. If you went from the first of the year to 3/7, okay, it's the 66th day of the year. And on leap year, it's 67. So the word twin equals 66, and Elvis and Jesse equals 67. So it's even that's connected to the EL number. You know what I mean? That's what I was trying to show here. And of course, it connects back to what I just showed here, that from June 11th to August 16th is 66, 67 days. Okay? You get what I'm saying? And then from 3/7, because I was just talking about the 3/7 looking like the EL, right? From the date 3/7 to Elvis's birthday, it's 162 or 163 days. And June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And on leap year, it's 163. You see that? To the EL, to Elvis's death date. It connects to June 11th. I hope you guys are getting all this, because if you're not, I feel bad for you. Elvis's death date is 8/16, right? 67 days is equivalent to 1,608 hours. Look at that. It's got the 16/8 backwards. 8/16, you see? 67 days. Elvis and Jesse equals 67, remember? And 67 is the first number that equals 162 in gematria. Okay? I'm just showing you all the connections. And 67 years equals 804 months. Look at that. There's your 8/4. You see? Trump gets his head went on 8/4. 67 years is 8 months, 4 days. You see? I mean, yeah, 804 months. Sorry. Anyway, let me just show you something real quick. I have to, hold on. Are you guys getting all this? Yeah, I've shown, actually, someone's mentioning something I've shown in the past about the EL. Someone's saying something about the word level, because it has the EL going this way and the EL going that way, and it's got the 22 in the middle. Okay, I've shown that years ago with when I was showing that the 11 L even, and that's why the Twin Towers, look like the number 11, because it's L even, and that's why it happened on the 11th day. Just like this one's going to happen on the 11th day. 11 equals 22. Get it? So level, LEVEL, is LVEL again. You get it? You have EL on both sides, and you got the V, which is the 22. But what I'm saying is it's L even. That's the one and one, like the Father and Son, because because Jesus is God, folks. You understand? The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit are one. So they're technically L even. And the reason I'm saying that is because the word perfect equals 7337, which is the EL numbers. Okay? Because it looks like EL, the number 7337. Okay? Anyway, let me move on. So remember, I was showing you this equation just now, that 67 years is 804 months. Okay, and I told you the 67 is connected to Elvis and Jesse, and 804 is connected to Trump getting his head went on 8/4. Now, you remember I created this month chart. Okay, pay attention. I created this month chart. So if you were to go from January, which is the first month, to December, which is the 12th month, but instead of going back and starting at number 1 again, you go to the next number, which is 13. And you just follow it. Then the next month and the next time December, it would be 24, then 25. You understand? So you keep going 12s, okay? Now, if you go to the 67th number, look what number it's going to be. And I created this, by the way. If you go to the 67th number down, look what it is. 804. I mean, can you believe this, man? This is the 67th number down. And guess what the 68th number is? Let me show you what the 68th number is. Where is it? Right there. In December. 816. And why am I showing you this? Okay, so the 67th number is 804 in December. Okay, where's my pen? 804 is the 67, 816 was 68. And the reason I'm showing that, okay, where the heck did I do with this? What did I do with this? I'm just going to have to write it in. Sorry, I didn't fill it out. Or maybe I put it there later somewhere else. I don't know where I did with the card. Give me a second. So 67, 68, all right, what I just showed you, pay attention. So the 67th number down in December, and why is that important? Because December is the month that Washington died. He died on 12/14, okay? Now, and his 67th number down in the month of December, like I was just showing you, is 804. And 804 is the day Trump gets his head wound, and 67 is Elvis and Jesse. And look, Elvis, his name in gematria equals 67, 67 forward, 68 backwards. And the 67 is the 804 number in the month of December. Like I said, the 67th number down is 804. Elvis died on 816. 816 is the 68th number down in December. So 804 is 67. 816 was the 68. Okay? Now, what's the chance of that, It connecting to the 67 and 68 with Elvis, Because Elvis died on 816. Trump gets his head wound on 804, right? Are you guys following me with this? Let me know. If you're not following me, let me know, folks. And hold on. I gotta show you something else too. If you add those up, look at that. 816 and 80 and 84, it equals 1620. So 16-2, you see? And the 162nd day of the year is June 11th with a crown, 162. Or if you did the dates backwards, it would be 216, 2016. And, Trump was elected in 2016 and became president in 2017. But it's the 1620, 216 if you said the date backwards. But anyway, so that's another connection. And Elvis, see, I wasn't going to do this, but because, and Elvis, he died in the 16th state, which is Tennessee, and he was born in the 20th state, which is Mississippi. So there you go again with the 1620, 2016. 16 twos, 2 16s. You get it? 2016. It's just the two, the 20 is like a 2 and then a crown. So it's 216 with Mississippi, Tennessee being the 16th state, Mississippi being the 20th state. So you see how everything connects to the August 4th or to June 11th, even his birthplace and death place. Okay. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Somebody's taking my work and making it their own. Oh, that's unbelievable. And they're not even giving me credit for it, huh? Yeah, I've heard a lot of people using my backwards date method too. Oh, you want to hear something crazy? Um, somebody told me, I think somebody told me that, who is this guy? Who is this Jacob Israel you're talking about that's copying my work? You know what? And he's got over 100,000 subscribers. You know why I'm mentioning that? Because somebody told me about some truther. I'm assuming it's him. They said that he was born on June 11th. Is that true? Can somebody find out? Because that is really weird that a guy who has over 100,000 subscribers, and if that's who is born on June 11th, that would be seriously weird that he's copying my work now. Who is Jacob Israel? Not this, I'm sorry, not that Jacob. Who is YouTuber Jacob Israel? Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. I mean, it doesn't really. Could somebody find out when that dude was born? Because somebody told me, they wrote a comment telling me that they heard him say that his birthday was on June 11th. Someone's saying he's got almost 200,000 subscribers and he's copying my work. What a bum. He doesn't even give me credit, huh? I don't care. It doesn't matter. I just thought it was funny that somebody was telling me that he was born on June 11th. And now he's talking about the Elvis Trump thing. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Where was I here? I'm getting distracted because you know what it is? Everything's coming to my head, and it's just like I want to keep showing you guys, and I got totally distracted from everything we were showing. So what was the last thing I was showing you guys? Okay, so let's move on. No. I don't even know who this guy is, but I just think he should, if he's gonna copy somebody's work, he should give them credit at least, you know. See, that's why I never copy anybody's stuff. Because that way I don't have to give them credit. Anyway, so listen, here's another 67 connection, because I told you Elvis equals 67 and his twin named Jesse, Jessie equals 67, right? So George Washington, if you ask Google how old when he died, he was 67. And you remember Washington State is the 42nd state and Elvis died at the age of 42. So again, there's two connections again, right? And it just so happens if you go from 4-2 to 6-7, because you know we're talking about 67 and 42, 4-2 the date to 6-7 is 67 days. And you know my mom, she was born on 4-2 and she died on 6-7. And guess how old she was when she died? 84. Okay. And my dad, he was born on August 16th and he died on August 16th. And Elvis died on August 16th. You see, my dad died on the exact day Elvis died. Not the exact day, but the date, August 16th. And he was born on that day too, my dad. Born and died on the same day. Think about all these connections I have, you know, with this Elvis. And I was obsessed with Elvis. Anyway, let's move on. So again, let's play with the numbers again. Elvis and Jesse equals 67. Jesse equals 67. If you separated the numbers, 6767 is 1214. George Washington's death date is 1214. See? Another connection. And by the way, 12 plus 14 equals 26. And I told you God equals 26. The word God. Okay. And remember I told you Elvis equals 67 forward, 68 backwards? Let me tell you why I'm showing that. Because you know George Washington, he had two birth dates. He was born in 1731 on 2/11. 2/11 is the 42nd day of the year. And remember, Washington is the 42nd state. Elvis died at the age of 42. George Washington also had a second birthday. They changed it to 2/22/1732. So if he died, if his birthday is actually 2/22/1732, they say he died at 67. That's the age they're giving because they're measuring it from 2/22/1732. But if he was born 2/11/1731, then he would be 68 years old. So it's 67 or 68. You see another crazy, weird discrepancy connecting to Elvis. Elvis equals 67, 68. If you went from 6'7", because Elvis equals 67, Jesse equals 67, from 6'7" to Washington's death date is 6 months, 7 days, or 6 months, 8 days. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it just never fails, man. It's ridiculous. Constantly. And remember, I told you that Washington's death date equals 26. 12 plus 14 equals 26. So from Washington's death date to Elvis's birthday is 26 days in between. And I told you God equals 26. Okay? You see what I'm saying? That is so funny. Somebody's saying this video is sponsored by Samsung. Oh man, that is so funny. That's too funny. So here, before I show you this, hold on. That is too funny. Hold on. That's too funny. Yeah, let me show you this. Images of Liberace.
There you go. Images of Liberace.
So Liberace was a dude who dressed very extravagantly, and he even wore capes. And the reason I'm saying that is because, see, Elvis, he dressed up in extravagant outfits, you know? And hold on, let me show you Elvis images real quick. Elvis in concert. Hold on, folks. I can't believe this, man. Every time. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Stupid Google. Anyway, Elvis dressed in outfits. He used to wear the phoenix bird on his outfits. He used to wear the eagle. He used to wear a dragon. He used to wear peacocks. Everything to do with rebirth. You know, the phoenix bird and the peacock and all that. So they were dressing alike, this Liberace and Elvis, you know. Who cares who copied who? It doesn't even matter. The point is, what is their connection? Did Liberace have an identical twin that died at birth?
According to Los Angeles Times, he played the concert pianist Chandel and his gangster twin Harry in The Devil's Fingers and Dead Ringer episodes of the series Batman. Coincidentally, Liberace had an identical twin brother who had died at birth.
I don't even know what all that other stuff was, but that was interesting too, what they were saying. They mentioned Devil's Fingers, Dead Ringer, and Batman. What the hell? But anyway, Liberace had an identical twin that died at birth, just like Elvis, okay? And they dress alike, like I said. And how old was Liberace when he died? How old was Liberace when he died?
67 years old.
See?
According to the new
67 again. I just told you that Elvis and Jesse equal 67. And Jesse, the identical twin, died at birth, supposedly. I'm not saying that Elvis and Liberace are related. I'm just saying that it's connected, everything, you know? Okay? Hold on. Give me a second here. So let's just move on. Not move on, but anyway, that's what I was showing here. I don't know why I didn't. I meant to show this, the card, you know. Anyway, so now we're gonna move on to Trump. That's what this whole video is about. Is Trump being the replacement twin for Jesse? Okay, pay attention, because this is where I made my mistakes the other day. All right. So Donald John Trump, his birth date is 6/14/1946. June 14th is the 165th day of the year. Okay, now pay attention. When using the date and time calculator, it gives you a choice to include the day or not include the day when you write it in. So if you went from the first of the year to June 14th and you didn't include the day, it would be 164 days. And if you included the day, it would be the 165th day, which is the correct date. Okay? Now, the reason I'm showing you this, because what is the chance that the percentage of 164 and 165 equals 44/45? Okay, because Trump, he was the 44th person to become president, but he was the 45th actual president to take office. Okay, and again, Obama was the 44th, and the 44th president was born on August 4th, the day Trump's going to get his head wound. I told you everything connects. Now, like I said, technically June 14th is the 165th day of the year, and on leap year it's 166th. So it's the 165th, 166th day actually, okay? Okay. This is just on the date and time calculator, the way you can do it. But anyway, June 14th is the 165th, 166th day on leap year. Now watch. I'm going to show you a leap year equation in a moment. Not yet. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, let me show you the leap year equation first. What is... I don't know what I'm doing right now, folks. Hold on. Sorry. I'm messing up. I'm not showing you the leap year equation yet. Hold on. This is what I want to show you first. So remember, the word twin equals 66, right? Hold on. You guys' comments is in my way. Hold on. Twin equals 66. Elvis and Jesse both equal 67. Okay, now pay attention. 6/6, the date 6/6 is the 157th day of the year. 6/7 is the 158th day of the year. Get it? Twin equals 66. Elvis and Jesse 67. And those dates have these numbers. From Elvis's birthday to Trump's birthday is 157, 158. Are you getting what I'm showing you here? Remember, Trump is the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that died at birth. So if twin equals 66 and Elvis and Jesse both equal 67, what is the chance that those dates, 6/6 and 6/7, is the 157th day and the 158th day, and that's the exact amount between Elvis's birthday and Trump's birthday? Okay? Do you understand? Okay? Is there anyone who doesn't understand? I'm going to move on. Let me just drink some water here. Man, my hair is so raggedy today. And if you're wondering what's under the glass, it's broken. Because, you know, I put ice in it and it cracked it. There's not a hair in it or anything. Yeah, I look so raggedy. It looks like I told you I look like that sad dog. What's that dog's name I always tell you guys? You remember that sad dog? He goes around with the floppy ears. Anyway, Where was I? Give me a moment, folks. So this next equation, now remember I was telling you, um, wait, yeah, remember I was showing you this thing just now a minute ago, uh, the Elvis and Trump thing, and right here at the bottom, you see right here at the bottom, it says leap year. It's 159 days. So on leap year, from Elvis's birthday to June 14th, it would be 158, 159. But that's on a leap year. And the reason, because, there's always going to be some connection. And now I'm going to show you the connection just for the leap year. And then I'm going to move on from there to show you the more incredible connections. Okay. Droopy Dog. That's right. I think that's his name, right? Droopy Dog. I don't know why I didn't just think of that. Yeah, you're right. It's Droopy Dog, right? Um, okay. Let me move on. So this equation, remember, folks, this is the equation for leap year only. So pay attention, not for regular. Where is my pen? Hold on, folks. I can't find my pen. I have to point. Okay, so leap year only, remember. So from Elvis's birthday to June 14th on a leap year, it's either 158 or 159. Now, if you add those 2 days, it equals 317, the amount. And the word twin equals 66. The 66 prime number is 317. You see that? Okay. This is no big deal. All right. I was just throwing that in just to show as many connections as I can. But that was for a leap year. Remember, now let's get back to his regular birthday. So Donald Trump, he's born on June 14th. June 14th is the 165th day of the year. And on leap year, it's the 166th day of the year, which would make 331. Okay? And the 67th prime is 331. And remember, I told you Elvis's dad, Vernon, after the twin died, was searching for Elvis's devil twin, because Elvis is going to be seen as an angel of light. Okay? Whatever. I'm just trying to make you understand they have to play both sides. Like Trump is the dark side of Elvis, you know what I mean? So someone's saying calm down. Yeah, you do this and see if you can calm down when you're trying to get people to understand what's happening here. Anyway, so Trump is born on June 14th, the 165th day of the year. Leap year is 166. If you add it up, it's 331. The 67th prime number is 331. Elvis equals 67. Jesse equals 67. Do you get it? And Jesse died. Trump is the replacement. Okay? And if you think that's a coincidence, pay attention. Trump was born in the year 1946. Okay? If you use the prime numbers for 19 and 46, the 19th prime number is 67. The 46th prime number is 199. Okay? You add that up, is 266. Okay, now if you add the 65, which is what it's worth, the 19 and 46 is 65, add that to the prime numbers that equal 266, it equals 331. The 67th prime is 331. You see, that's again. Now I just connected the year to 331. And just a minute ago, I connected his birthday, June 14th, to the 331. Okay? So what is the chance of all of this, Okay? So for the people who are getting in late, you got to watch from the beginning, or you're missing out. If you're coming in late, if you don't watch, hold on, hold on. Before I, no, I better move on. Sorry, I was gonna answer some questions, but no, I got to keep going. So remember, I was just showing you all the 331 connections to Trump's birthday. Now, check this out. From Elvis's birthday. I mean, not from, but Elvis is born on 1/8, the day the identical twins were born, and next year is 2023. So if you add the 1/8 to the date 223, look, it equals 331. You see, 223 connected to 1/8 is 223 equals 331. The 67th prime is 331. You see? You see how it never fails? 2023. I told you, folks. Get ready. That's the year Elvis turns 88. 1/8/2023. It's coming up. Okay, now, you know Vernon Presley, Elvis's dad. I told you he's searching for Elvis's devil twin because his Elvis's twin died at birth. From Trump's birthday, 6/14, to Vernon Presley's birthday, Elvis's dad. Just just a date, not the year, obviously. It's either 666 days or 667 days. You see that? Look how many sixes and 67. You got, look at all the things you got here. All right, and I'll be showing more of the connections in a moment. Elvis, I told you, equals 67 or 68. The prime numbers, the 67th prime is 331. The 68th is 337. If you add that up, it's 668. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something about that in a moment. But just real quick, from Elvis's death date to June 14th, Trump's birthday, is 667, 668. You see? If you add the day, it's 668. If you don't add the day, it's 667. So it's got the 66 for the twin, the 67 for, Elvis and Jesse, and again, the 66, and now the 668. Because what I just showed you, remember? I just showed you that that the 67th prime and 68th prime added together is 668. You know what I mean? Which is connecting to Elvis 67, 68. Okay, and hold on. And if you were to put Elvis and Donald into the gematria calculator, look what it equals. 117, and then 45 is the reduced number, and the total is 162. So you have a 162 right here. This is more important if it was 162 up here, but anyway, it doesn't matter. The June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Trump is the 45th president, you see? And you have the 405 right here. Because Elvis has been dead for 45 years right now, and he's going to be dead 45 years during my predictions next year of June 11th and August 4th. He's still 45 years dead. Now, pay attention, okay? Remember I showed you in the last live stream that Elvis, he's born on January 8th, which is the day that, his identical twin died at birth. And the reason I have 1223 here, because 1223 is the backwards date of Elvis's birthday. And how's that? Because see, Elvis is born on the 8th day of the year. The 1223 is the 357th day of the year. That's the backwards date, because that's how many days remain in the year. From 8th day, it would remain 357. So 357 plus 8 is 365, makes 1 year. So that's how you realize what is the backwards date of something. And now all the truthers are using that, not all, but a few truthers are using this method that I created years ago. So the backwards birthday of Elvis is 1223, okay? And the reason I'm showing that is, I'll show you why I'm showing that in a minute, is because, see, by the way, remember earlier when I showed that from that if you added up January 8th, hold on one second, folks. Hold on. Hold on. So remember earlier when I said if you added January 8th, 1/8 to the number 223, forget about the ones right now. If you added to 223, that it equaled 331, remember? And 331 is the 67th prime number, remember? Now we're adding 1/8 to 1223, which is his backwards date. It equals 1331. Prime numbers, the sixth prime number is 13, the 11th prime number is 31, 611. You see? You see what I'm saying? And that's Elvis's backwards birthday. Anybody who's coming in late, go and start from the beginning or you're not going to understand this video, okay? And I showed all the connections, by the way, to the backwards date in my last video, so I'm not going to go through it all. But just, just to show you how everything connects. If you went from the backwards date to Elvis's birthday, Elvis's backwards birthday to January 8th, which is Elvis and his twin's birthday, it's either 16 or 17 days. Okay, and 16 plus 17 equals 33, by the way. Elvis died in the 16th state, and Trump's head wound is going to be in Ohio in the 17th state, which is what I told you guys. Okay, that's another connection. All right. And remember, I was telling you that Vernon is searching for Elvis's identical twin because, Vernon is the father of Elvis, right? Vernon was born on April 10th, 1916, to the exact day that Trump is born. Look, it's 11,022 or 11,023 days. And you know what happened on 11/22? JFK was taken out. And what was he given? A head wound. Okay? Trump is going to get the head wound. Do you not understand? And from Elvis's dad's birthday to Trump's exact day, it's 11,022 days. If you don't add that day, and it's 11,023 if you add that day. And remember, Elvis's backwards birthday is 12/23, right? From the first of the year to 12/23 is 11 months 22 days or 11 months 23 days. It's the Elvis's backwards birthday connecting to the Trump, from Vernon to Trump. You see what I'm saying, or do you not get it? 11/22, 11/23, 11/22, 11/23. JFK gets the head wound. Please, folks, use your brains. All right, now Trump's backwards birthday is 7/19. You see, that's how you calculate how many days. That's how you get another backwards birthday. 165th day of the year leaves 200 days, okay? So Trump's backwards birthday is 7/19. Now, it just so happens that if you went from 7/19 to the next time 6/14 comes around, because remember, that's Trump's backwards birthday, it's 331. Look at that. There's that 67th prime number again. And Elvis equals 67. Jesse equals 67. So remember, that's Trump's backwards birthday, 7/19, 331. From 7/19 to 6/14. Are you paying attention to what I'm showing you? Now, the only thing I can come up with from Trump's birthday to 7/19 is, first of all, JFK is the 35th president. 36, if you add 1 through 36, it's 666, right? All the numbers, 1 through 36. But anyway, so there's 35 or 36 days in between Trump's birthday and his backwards birthday, Trump's backwards birthday. It equals 71. Ohio's the 17th state, which was the backwards number of 71. Okay? And the backwards numbers of the word hell equals 7117. I remember that, which equals 88. 71 plus 17 equals 88. Trump equals 88. Elvis turns 88 next year. Okay, now look, 7/19, the number's backwards. If you said it backwards, 19/7, the date, the 45th prime number is 197. It's 19/7. Get it? 197. Okay, you see what I'm trying to show you here? Okay. Oh man, that gave me a headache just talking that that much. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Hold on. I just dropped stuff. All right, all right. So let me try and finish this real quick. Hold on, folks. I messed up something here. Hold on. All right. So let's keep going here before I talk to you guys about anything. So you know what a topping off is? I mean, a topping out. When the Twin Towers had a topping out ceremony, which is the last beam, 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 which is the word beam. The last beam is being placed on the structure of the outer structure. You know, like the before they start putting all the outer parts of it, the inner structure of the towers were built. What do they call it? The skeleton, I guess. The last beam, the north tower, for the north tower, I think that's the one with the needle or the antenna or the spire. The north tower, the topping out ceremony was 12/23, 1970. First of all, it's got the 197, which is the 45th prime number, and I told you Elvis is been dead for 45 years. He's still going to be 45 years dead through my two predictions, all the way until next August 16th. He's still 45 years. And the 45th prime number is 197. So the North Tower was on 12/23, which is Elvis's backwards birthday. The South Tower, which happened on 7/19 the next year, that's Trump's backwards birthday. And again, it's 1942. And remember, I showed you from January 8th to 6/11 is 42.19%. If you don't add the day, 154 is the how many days? 154 days. And the Antichrist equals 154, right? And real quick, here. Hold on. Hold on. Somebody is talking about this Lucifer show. Bring that up as soon as I'm done. I'm almost done. I only have a couple more cards to do. Bring it up, and I want to talk about the Lucifer connection that you're talking about. Okay, write that same comment as soon as I'm done. Hold on. About the Lucifer, and I'll explain it. And by the way, from Elvis's birthday to Trump's backwards birthday, because I told you Trump's backwards birthday is 7/19, but from Elvis's regular birthday to 7/19, Trump's backwards birthday, look. Pay attention. That way you can understand how amazing everything is here. This is supernatural, folks. If you can't understand it, I can't help you. So from Elvis's birthday to Trump's backwards birthday of 7/19 is 6 months, 11 days, or 6 months, 12 days. If you add that up, it's 12/23, which is Elvis's backwards birthday. I mean, you can't even make this up, man. Come on. Man, Elvis's backwards birthday is 12/23. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, so what else do I got? Oh, and anyway, from the day that the North, hold on, let me go back to that real quick. You remember I showed you that the what was I gonna say? Now I can't remember. Oh, remember I showed you that the Twin Towers topping out ceremony, it happened on 12/23, 1970, the North Tower, and 12/23 is Elvis's backwards birthday. Where the heck did I do with it? You remember I was telling you about the JFK connections. So from that day, the topping out ceremony day, which is Elvis's backwards birthday, to 9/11, the exact day the Twin Towers fell, it's 11,220 days. There's your 11/22 with a crown again. You see? That's JFK's death date. You see what I'm saying? Everything has to do with, sacrifice and, head wounds, and you think it's a coincidence? Because I told you Trump's going to get his head wound on August 4th, which is the 216th day of the year. So if you add the presidents from the first president, okay? Now, Why do I start from the number? Why do I go from George Washington all the way to the 41st one? Because see, George is from the first George to the second George. Okay. And I'll show you why it started. It's that way in a moment. You'll see in a moment. So if you add these up, stop at Trump, okay, from the first president, then the next time you count, you start from George Bush Sr., then to Clinton, then to George Bush Jr., then to Barack Hussein Obama, then Donald John Trump. This is the number president that they were: 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45, right? You add all that up, it equals 216. Trump gets his head wound on August 4th, the 216th day of the year. Now you ask yourself, what is the chance of this? And first, you'll see why I went from number 1 to 41 in a moment. Besides the George to George connection, okay, that's just another great coincidence, right? And by the way, if you add up George father and George Jr., 41 plus 43 equals 84. 41 plus 43 equals 84. 84 is the day Trump gets his head wound, 216th day of the year. And they're father and son. Get it? They mock our Lord and Savior. You understand? Jesus. Father and son. His Father in heaven. Jesus is God, folks. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Anyway, so let me show you real quick. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about in the chat. Hopefully you paid attention to what I just showed, because that was great revelations there. Let me just show you real quick why it starts from number 1, then to 41. What's the reason? Okay. Hold on, folks. Give me one more minute. I'm writing it out right now, because I wasn't prepared for this. Okay, you ready? Another incredible revelation. But before I show that, let me just show one more time what, that way just in case people forgot. Look, it says Trump right there. Look. So remember, why, besides the 216, that connects to Trump's head on August 4th, and why did I go from George number 1 to George number 2? Okay, besides the George connections, why from the 1st to the 41st, 1 and 41? Why? What's the reason? Why is it so perfect, this puzzle? Pay attention. Prime numbers. The first prime number equals 2. The 41st prime number equals 179. 1 plus 41 equals 42. 2 plus 179 equals 181. The twins were born on 118, right? There was 2 of them born on 18. The 42nd prime number equals 181. If you add the 42, it equals 223. So 42 plus 181 equals 223. Next year is 2023. Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state. Do you understand how impossible these connections are. And guess what this number is again? Same numbers as Trump's backwards birthdays, but mixed up. It's his backwards birthdays was 7/19, and I told you that if you say the numbers backwards, 197, the 45th prime number was 197. So it even connects to the 45th prime number, this one right here. Okay. And yeah, there's that movie, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that talks about the 42 being the number to the universe and to everything. I've talked about all the connections to the number 42. Okay. Anyway. You see how incredible this is, because this equals 223 also. 42 plus 181 is 223. 42nd prime. Elvis died at the age of 42. Okay, and by the way, the only backwards birthdays, you remember I told you what a backwards birthday is. The only one that is 42 days, the only one that can hit 42. No other one can hit 42. There's only one date that's backwards date can be 42 days in between its backwards date. Pay attention to which date it is. There's only one date that has the 42 connection. That's the backwards birthday, I'm saying, if you've been watching. So June 11th, its backwards date is July 22nd. And in between June 11th and July 22nd is either 41 days or 42 if you count the day. So this is the only date that can have its backwards date as 4142 within 1 year, within the same year. Do you understand? So June 11th is the one that connects to the 42. Do you see how impossible these coincidences are? It's the only one. And notice it's got the 1122 connection. 1122. Because that's the head wound that, you know, JFK. I told you everything's about a head wound. All right. All right, folks. Anybody have any last words? Oops. Anybody have any last words? All right, listen. Earlier, somebody was mentioning. Now I can't remember. All I know is on the show Lucifer. I haven't seen it in a while. Oh, by the way, thank you for the kind words. And on the show Lucifer, they had a scene where Lucifer says that Elvis is alive and I'm the only one who knows where he is. That's what if I'm not mistaken, that's what he said. I mean, I can look it up on my phone and find it, but that's what I believe he said. And also, during the show, I heard that there was an August 4th connection. I haven't seen the show in a long time, but people, because it went from regular TV to Netflix or something, and that's why I wasn't able to watch it, because I don't have Netflix. But they mentioned something about August 4th, and it was a very important date because it has something to do with Lucifer disappearing or something like that. But so if that's true, please somebody tell me and explain it. And by the way, that guy Lucifer, his name is Ellis. Sounds like Elvis. You see what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, I think he was born November 17th or something. I don't know. Or October, so I can't remember now, but it's not important anyway. No, I'm going to leave the video up. So for all the people who are watching this video is going to stay up because this time I made no mistakes. Okay? Yeah. And in the show, somebody's saying Lucifer becomes God in the show. Well, you see what I'm saying? That's what they want. That's the whole thing, you know? And they make out Lucifer to be a good guy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. Jesus Christ was crucified, shed his blood, and died for our sins, and rose on the third day. That's right. And without Jesus, we are nothing. We are absolutely nothing. Thank you, Jesus, man. Thank you for everything. I told you, everything that happened to me in my life, every disastrous thing that I blame myself for 90% of it. But everything that's ever happened to me, I wouldn't change one thing now because of knowing that Jesus had our back this whole time. That's why we were drawn, here to God. You know what I'm saying? Like we all came together because of truth. You know what I'm saying? And and that's what's so incredible, that so all this journey that we've had, all of us, we understand what the purpose was, and we had to be broken to see the light. You know what I mean? And some people were broken more than others. I'm not saying I was broken more than anyone else. There are people who were more broken than me, even. You know. So I'm just saying that I've told you guys all my you know things that have happened to me in my life. Anyway, so there was somebody else had a comment earlier. Let me go back as far as I can. Hold on, folks. I want to see that comment. I missed it. I wanted to mention it. Oh, somebody was saying something about Kurt Russell. That's what it was. Here it is. Kurt Russell was, see, Elvis was the first famous person to have anything to do with the Seattle Space Needle. Elvis made a movie called It Happened at the World's Fair as soon as that Space Needle opened. Okay, because Elvis, everything's about the needle with this guy. Because Elvis took the needle on Bill Gates' first birthday, and Bill Gates is born on Seattle. And um, and that's why Trump was the one who brought out the what injection. Okay, it's not a coincidence. The 19 crown. Okay, which I explained earlier in the video. Um, uh, so Elvis, he made that movie. It Happened at the World's Fair. Kurt Russell was 5 years or 6, 7 years old in that movie. That's right. Kurt Russell kicked Elvis in the shin, in the knee, in that movie. All right. But he was not famous, Kurt Russell. Elvis was the first famous person to have anything to do with the Seattle Space Needle. Kurt Russell was very young in that. He was not famous. But later, Kurt Russell was in uh, the an Elvis movie. It was called Elvis with Kurt Russell. And I believe John Carpenter was the one who did that movie. And Elvis, his what do they call it when you don't want people to incognito or whatever? He used to say his name was either John Burroughs or John Carpenter. Who made the Kurt Russell Elvis movie? Yeah, it was John Carpenter. John Carpenter. That's right. And Kurt Russell played Snake Plissken in that Escape from New York. Yeah. Anyway, so I got to end the video, folks. My throat's starting to hurt. Listen, and John Carpenter was one of the names in an Elvis movie. What movie was Elvis, his name, Dr. John Carpenter?
According to IMDb, Change of Habit, Elvis Presley as Dr. John Carpenter.
See?
IMDb.
See? He was John Carpenter in a movie before John Carpenter was even famous. You understand? All right. Anyway, folks, I could go on and on with all the connections to Elvis. You guys got to watch my movies. For the people who are new, make sure you go all the way back and check both sides. Either, oh, before I say that, hold on. I'm looking at the comment. That's why uh, I'm getting frazzled here. Listen, if you're new to the channel, go back all the way to June 11th. Start from that day. There's a live stream that I did, or I think, where I explained how everything is coming together, okay? And that most likely 2023 is the year, okay? So just shoot through from June 11th all the way to now, and you will see how it all connects, okay? Like I said, if I mention 2022 in there, don't worry about it. Just move, just keep going, and you'll understand, all right? But start from June 11th and check both sides, the video section and the live stream section, okay? Because I believe it's under the live stream, that video. It has an image of a guy with a beard that looks like me, but there's actually 2 or 3 of them that kind of look like that. So make sure that you go to the one from June 11th, okay? Now, somebody was mentioning, where is it? Oh yeah, the Kurt Russell. Somebody was mentioning there was a movie Kurt Russell was in, and they showed the number 154 really like in big or something like that. I forgot now what you told me, what the movie was now, but somebody's mentioned that's why I brought up Kurt Russell, because somebody was bringing it up. Hold on. A few people are mentioning the snake reference. The words "the serpent" equals the word Washington. Washington equals the serpent in gematria. Exact same numbers. Anyway, folks, I got to end the video. God bless everybody. Thank you. And I'm pretty sure I forgot to mention stuff, but don't worry about it. Um, um, oh, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go. You just gotta watch my videos, folks. Anyway, folks, God bless all of you, and make sure you watch from the beginning. And as soon as I end this video, you're not gonna be able to see the live stream for at least 14 to 15 hours. Okay, you might be able to watch the video if you got a notification, but it takes YouTube like 15 hours to uh, upload my videos. I'm talking about when I'm doing a live stream. I don't know what's going on. All right. God bless everybody. Thank you. And Jesus is God. And I appreciate all the kind words. I really do. And I appreciate the prayers, because I need prayers just like all of us do. All right. Take care. End of video. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'll be doing a live stream before, during Christmas Day too. But if I'm not, I'm not sure, but Merry Christmas to everybody. But I'm pretty sure I will be doing it again. Okay. God bless all of you. And thank you again. I will see you guys later. I mean, tomorrow. Anyway, my brain got distracted for a second. Sorry. I was thinking of something. Anyway, folks, God bless everybody. Take care. End of video. Like I said, I'll leave the video up. All right. Take care.